Hello, my name is SHAFIQIN and today we will discuss about advantages of stereotyping in organization and problem of the statement of the manager. Okay, first and foremost, the merit of stereotyping in organization is it is the ability to make good perceptions. Stereotypes are highly useful when you are faced with a situation where you need to take quick decisions. For example, when you have to interview a candidate for a particular position, knowing a little about the stereotypical man and woman will help you make the right choice during the interview. Your judgment based on stereotype may not always be right, but it will still help you make a better judgment. Second, the aggressiveness in presenting viewpoints. Men possess a great aggressiveness and this helps them be great leaders and in their professional life. When there is a debate or group discussion, usually men are regarded as sensible speakers. They know how to argue their point by presenting the facts of the situation and without getting carried away by emotion easily. This makes them ideal for positions where discussion and debates come into the picture. Okay, other than that, the merits of stereotyping in organization is show empathy to others. People often foster a misconception about female employees that they are more empathetic than their male counterparts. Women, especially the ones who are in the higher position, can use this stereotype to their advantage by being more approachable. They can thus make their employees happier and more productive. Being a boss or climbing the success leader is never an easy task, but women who use the stereotype to their advantage and create a good rapport with juniors tend to be more successful. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Syakirah binti Muhammad Shafi'ei, and I will talk about what are the problems with the statement that has been made by the manager. Okay, the statement is I have to make assumptions about what is in the other person's head, and stereotypes help me to do that. And the manager also said that it's better to rely on stereotypes than to enter a working relationship with someone from another culture without any idea of what they believe in. Okay, as for me, I think that in stereotyping, we tend to be biased because sometimes people tend to believe what they want to believe, and this will not do any help in making a decision making or planning. That's why I think that when we use stereotyping, because some people are not the same and we cannot just simply put them in one group and then stereotype them. That's why I think that in this statement, the problem is in stereotyping we will tend to be biased. That's why I'm not agree with stereotyping, because in some cases it may be logic to use this, but most of the time we cannot do that because bias, and yeah, it's not good. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Hi, good morning to Dr. Molly and my fellow friends. My name is AMELIA and I am a student from Part 3 AM 228. So today I will explain another point of merit and problems with the manager statements. So merits of stereotyping that the managers did towards his employee is stereotypes can be useful if you are in a new situation and need to make a quick judgment and fast decision. For example, if you have never been around a member of royalty before, you might stereotype them as being formal and reserved, which will help you to respond to them in a respectful manner to follow their behavior. Stereotyping can be seen as simplifying our surroundings so they are easier to understand. Stereotypes enables you to categorize people into groups, which allows you to form expectation about people and situation, making life more predictable and easier to understand. For an example, the situation where the manager of the engineering company, he need to make decision quickly to divide tasks to his employees. So he gave the research task to the female employee to contact all the suppliers of the construction material, while he gave task of visiting the construction site to the male employees. This division of tasks made by the manager are his stereotype that female only capable to do indoor work, while male workers are more strong and capable to do outdoor works. So the disadvantage of the stereotype by the managers is the downside of using a stereotype to make a judgment about someone is that it might be completely misguided and incorrect, causing you to act differently towards the person which can offend them. Some people may assume that the same group of people share the same ideals and personality traits just because they have something in common, like their dress sense, culture, or taste in music. Just because they may look the same, it doesn't mean they feel the same or think the same things. This is a form of prejudice that can be distressing for the person who is being prejudged, who might feel that they are misunderstood, particularly when a stereotype is racially motivated. The saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover," demonstrates that appearance isn't enough to understand who a person really is. Stereotyping can create problems in many social situations like the workplace, at school, or in the local community. For example, in the workplace, if a female boss were to manage a group of men, the female might feel that she has to prove that she is capable to do the job because of the negative stereotype that suggests that women are less capable, and the man might in turn assume that she is bossy and incompetent. This then creating negativity for her in the company. That's all from me. Thank you.
Greetings to Dr. Molly. My name is Syakirah binti Muhammad Arifin, and I'm part 3 student from AM2283E. Regarding to our questions on merits of stereotypes is an effective method of mentally organize huge flow of information. It enables to simplify, predict, and organize the businesses into tidy way. There is a chance to ignore processing new or unexpected information about each individual. Assigning characteristics to members of any groups saves time and helps predict the social world. Stereotypes protect one from anxiety and enhance self-esteem. By designating one's own group as the standard or normal group and assigning others to groups considered inferior or abnormal, it provides one with a sense of worth. Stereotype determines that a person has all the characteristics and abilities of the members of that group have. Stereotypes represent social classification, which is one of the reasons for prejudiced attitudes. Stereotypes serve fundamental functions for perceivers, such as providing explanations for others' behavior and supporting the perceiver's motivation. For the problems of stereotype, the effects of stereotyping can fluctuate, but mostly they are negative and not always apparent until long periods of time have passed. Over time, some victims of negative stereotypes display self-fulfilling prophecy behavior, in which they assume that the stereotype represents norms to emulate. The negative effects of stereotyping may include forming incorrect opinion of people, blaming them for wrongdoing, conducting misjudgment, preventing emotional identification, and deteriorating performance. Stereotypes are not accurate representations of group, rather than they arise as a means of explaining and justifying differences between groups or system justification. That's all from me. Thank you.